Hey, Ducky, what's up? Can you hear me okay? All right, well, there's probably some latency, so let me know if you are able to hear me. Hey, Pathfinder, what's up, man? Okay, cool, you guys can hear. That's awesome. So, I mean, I think I don't remember who I was telling. Well, hang on, I'll mention in a second. So I haven't played this game since probably like 2013. I've played through it once or twice. I really don't know much about this game at all. I don't know about the items. I don't know much about strats. I've never played PvP, so this is going to be very much a learning experience for me. And I've never streamed, so that's new too. Um, I am a horrible unitasker, so I will be doing my best to keep an eye on chat. But if I don't see you come in or you ask me a question and I don't notice it, I apologize in advance. Okay, and this is the bonfire we already lit. Oh my god, this encumbrance is just awful. I feel like such a scrub playing this game. Like everything just feels so new and different to me. And this, I think, is the door that I have to go back to. I have to go to like Firelink, I think, to unlock that one. Oops. All right, so I'm very curious to see how much of this is going to translate over, like how much of what I've learned, like how much of what I've learned in Dark Souls 3 is really going to be applicable. Like, you know, spacing is spacing, timing's timing. I imagine a lot of those skills will transfer, but like the missing combos and the standing poise and the backstab pressure, like that's all just so new to me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, for my first character, I'm gonna try to do a Dark Wraith, which I've never done before. And I think I don't really have to do anything special until like the mid game or so. I just have to be careful what I do with the Lord Vessel. I have to be careful, like I think there's Kath, and I forget who the other one is. But I don't think there's much I really need to do, especially until I get to the mid game. But if you guys see me about to do something that's going to make it so that I can't do the Dark Wraith, please let me know. I'll probably end up making a couple of backups of my save file periodically, just so I can go back if I do screw something up. Hey Paul, hey John, how you guys doing? Lance, welcome. I also mentioned something, I'm not sure who all I told, but I originally bought Dark Souls Remastered for the PS4, but I broke down and bought it for PC as well, just because I know so many of the friends I've made on PC I want to play with, and of course on PS4 as well. So I'm assuming, so there's no respecking. I'm assuming from a build perspective, I probably want to start with Vitality. I was thinking about doing some sort of hybrid like Strength and Faith build, but I haven't really decided yet. But I think Vitality is pretty safe, right? I can upgrade Vitality, and I'm not going to regret that. And Vitality is the Vigor, right? Yep. So I'm thinking about running down by the Skellies. Running down by the Skellies and grabbing some of the weapons down there. I don't remember what all's down there, but I remember there's some good stuff. Don't talk to the first serpent, never talk to the shrine serpent. Okay, that's a good tip. And you're talking about the guy that shows up here, right? But he's not going to show up for some time. Like, I think I've got a sort of grace period of like the first third of the game-ish, right? Till he shows up. And Vitality and Endurance are for sure the safest starting stats. Okay, thanks, Lance. And this is the Faith guy, right? Okay. And if I recall correctly, Covenants in Dark Souls 1, you can't just leave and rejoin with impunity. It's, you actually get punished, right? You get sin, and then that's when the Dark Moons invade you. .125 isn't very active at the time. 60 is much more active. Yeah, that's a good point, Pathfinder. And to be honest with you, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, because generally speaking, if I were going to create an invasion build, I'd want to keep it low level-ish, but at the same time, because this, I mean, for all practical purposes, this is my first real playthrough of this game, where I have some idea of what I'm doing, and I'm not sure how practical it's going to be for me to stay at a low level. And I remember there's like some chests back here or something. Alright, we'll leave those for later. How do I jump? Is it? Okay. There we go. So I think this is going to end up being a suicide run here. And then I think that there's, is it the spy hander that's down here? Yep. Oh man, these guys hit really hard. Okay, so we'll rest up. It's not going to let me rest. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go, I guess the first Bell of Awakening is in this general direction. Now, I started my build kind of offline, and I think I did the Warrior. Nope. I think I did the Warrior. And I'm kind of planning, so I'll probably start off with a kind of strength build, and then eventually I'll probably put some points into faith. And I'm whiffing these backstabs, and I'm not quite sure why. I do have to say the game does look quite a bit better than I remember, and the frame rate improvement is most welcome. I originally played this game on the Xbox, and the frame rate was just awful, especially like in Blighttown. I mean, it was like maybe 10 to 15 frames a second in places. The game does run very, very smoothly. Actually, I had to crank the resolution down because my monitor runs natively at like 2560 by 1440, and I think the game will run at that speed on my PC, but something with the streaming software doesn't like that. I don't know if it's too much bandwidth or what the issue is, so I had to crank it down to 1920 by 1080, I believe. It's kind of funny. I don't know why I'm going this way. I just remember that this is the way I'm supposed to go. Hey, Pep, what's going on, man? Oh, that's right. I can't put my guard up when I'm backstabbing. Thanks, Pep. I forgot that that's different. And yes, I'm a total noob. And hey, what's going on, Draco? There we go. Now I'm cooking with gas. Sweet. Ah, yep, that was the problem. That'll do it. And I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I actually don't know what governs your invasion eligibility in this game. Like, I know there's humanity. That's right, I think I have to have humanity on me, like the soft humanity up in the upper left corner, and that's what makes it so that I can be invaded. Let me know how the game audio is too, guys. I think earlier I had it turned down probably just a bit too low. And I don't have headphones on, so I've got the speakers in my office are turned down really low so they don't feed back. Oh man, I am such a noob. Alright, I'll give this one more try and I'll make you guys sit through this. Alright, we'll figure that out later. Don't kill the Black Knights or get trail weapons from dragons or gargoyles. If you want to invade at low levels, it can mess you up. How's that? How would that... The jump isn't done from there. Well, that would explain why I'm unable to do it. Oh, that's right. I have to climb up that long ladder and then I drop down, right? This ladder. Yep, okay. Yeah, I screwed that up. Glad to see the turn and burn still works. Hey Alexia, yeah, I am only just now starting. This is actually my very first starting playthrough on the remaster, and I was just telling everyone else earlier that I picked it up on PS4 originally. That's where my pre-order was, and I pre-ordered it long before I started playing DS3 on PC. And then what happened was I had made a lot of friends on PC. I've had a lot of fun on PC, so I went ahead and decided, well, I'm going to have the game on both platforms. So I've actually, the game is still in the shrink wrap on my, for my PS4. Ooh. Everything just feels so much like slower and sluggish in DS1. Oh, nice pivot. Oh, this is going to take a while to get used to. That's weird. You like poised through that. So I think this is where I wanted to go before when I was trying to jump across that ledge. Yep. There we go. Derpy. Yeah, hey, what's up, man? And hey, Sir Gray. Yeah, you know, I actually fought the urge to stream for a long time just because I felt like there were a lot of other people that were doing it, and frankly, they were doing it much better than I ever could. But I don't know. I thought it would be fun. I thought I would give it a try and kind of see how it goes. And you know, whether I stick with it or not will kind of remains to be seen. I think it's in part it's going to depend on kind of everyone else's sort of level of interest. And it's also going to depend on like just how much fun I have. So let me look at chat here for a second. Okay, so Lance, you're saying if I pick up one of those weapons, like one of those specialty weapons, because of the tier-based weapon matchmaking, that I'll kind of involuntarily be thrown into that next tier? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm probably, oh shit. I'm probably not too worried about that, only because I don't expect that I'm going to be invading at low enough levels where I anticipate that like that's actually going to make a difference. Now I could be wrong. I don't know much. Well, I don't know really anything about the tier-based weapon matchmaking. In fact, I actually made a go of doing PvP in Dark Souls 1, maybe like a year and a half ago, and I didn't realize that you could invade infinitely upward. And I was invading in the forest and doing like 10 points of damage to everybody and just getting totally destroyed, and I couldn't figure out why. And then somebody mentioned that I was probably invading like meta level players on like my soul level 20 build, which, as you imagine, was pretty awful. Turn and burns only work in PvE, don't use them in PvP. Yeah, one thing I've kind of picked up on Pep is like running away in general is a really bad idea because you expose your back. And even in Dark Souls 3, it's happened to me where if somebody goes to attack you right as you start your turn and burn, they can get the accidental backstab. And I know in Dark Souls 1, that's obviously a much greater risk. So that's a really good point. The turn and burns are probably bad mojo. So I know I probably want the residence key for heading towards the depths. Man, I don't know anything about these weapons, the shields. Like, I don't know anything about what's good. I probably want a bow. All scrubs need a bow. We'll grab, yeah. Actually, we're gonna go and grab 40 of these bad boys. Okay. That's interesting, Pathfinder, about the matchmaking, because I was wondering about that. I heard some people say it's like weapon and tier like base, like Dark Souls 3, and then I'm hearing some people say it's the original matchmaking. And I gotta be honest, man, like why they would not fix that? That was like one of the most broken elements of the game, and you can fix that without really messing with the underlying game. Like I get why they wouldn't have gone in and made changes to the backstab mechanic, even if they thought it was terribly broken, because it would be like changing roll stamina usage in DS3. Like it completely changes the composition of the game. Sorry, I'm thinking about what I want to do next. But something like the tier-based invasion, the matchmaking, like the twinking in Dark Souls 1, I was never a victim of it, but I've seen videos. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so bad. I mean, I think, oh shoot, I forgot you guys all respawned. I mean, I think probably the only saving grace is that no player with any skill at all is going to bother kind of invading like that, because it's just not going to be a challenge at all. So it's usually scrubs who do it. But even a scrub can be dangerous. Get wrecked. Oh, that's right. You can't cancel animations. That's dangerous. Okay. That's right. I can't go up here yet. I have to kick down the ladder. No, get out of there. Oh, that hurt. Actually, whoa. It's funny, this opening, there's, so yeah, I forgot you're in there. This opening section, which I remember being very difficult, now has gotten much easier. I think there isn't there a way to go outside? Like there's some gold pine bundles around here. That's the depths. So what's the invasion frequency been like for everybody? Like I was watching, I think it was Old Rabbit one, and from his video it made it look like he was getting invaded nonstop. Now I'm sure like it's not actually like that, but like I remember when I played Dark Souls 1, because of the humanity mechanic, it was such that if you used humanity, you would get invaded like almost instantly. And I'm imagining, especially with how many people have got to be playing right now, it's probably very much the same thing. Yeah, Pep, the roll punish here and the no infinite rolling with the latency, I agree with you. Like, I can completely see why a skilled player would prefer this game over Dark Souls 3. Like, no question about it. Like, the separation between the skilled players and the unskilled players is like night and day. It's so different. Like, you can't just spam like this traditional kind of like scrub tactics are nowhere near as viable in this game. But that's also kind of my fear, right? Because let me explain what I'm thinking. My fear is that the scrubs are going to get in here, the gankers, you know, the low skill players, and they're going to find that their low skill tactics are no longer going to be as viable. Speaking of low skill. And if that happens, then they'll just stop playing. That's my concern. And then they'll just go back to Dark Souls 3. So I noticed that, like, not only do you have to drop your guard when you backstab, but you have to drop it for like at least like a quarter of a second before you go for the backstab. Like, you can't just drop it the last second. At least that's what it seems like. All right, so what's the consensus about the Black Knight here? Should I Should I avoid him? Should I... It's so easy to win at low level. The only reason why I would see someone do it is to boost their ego. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, curious what you guys think. Like, if I fight the Black Knight, and I know each Black Knight, at least if I recall correctly, each Black Knight has the capability to drop some sort of Black Knight weapon. It's like a one-time chance. If you don't get it, that's it. You can't get it till another playthrough. Now you could like save scum. I could stop, quit, save my game, and then just keep fighting the Black Knight until I get the weapon. I might do that on a future build, but at this point I'm probably not as invested. But should I be worried enough about matchmaking that I shouldn't even fight these guys? I wouldn't think so. Like, to me, if I'm invading, I probably wouldn't invade until mid to late game. Like, that sort of area is where I would think about invading. So I can't imagine it's a concern. If he drops the sword, you'll be matched with +5 and up. That's very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to avoid him then for now. Thanks, Pathfinder, and thanks, Lance. Nope. The parrying mechanism is going to take me a really long time to get used to. Alright, now I got to decide if I want to go fight Havel or not. So I have the Master Key. Alright, I think I'm going to leave Havel for now. I can come back and get him with the Black Knight. I think I'm going to go through the like normal game progression route. I feel like, wasn't there a... like a Titanite lizard or something around here? I thought maybe I scared him away already. Your opinion, Pep, is to finish the PvE and after try PvP on 125? And Pathfinder, you're saying each upgrade to a Twinkling Titanite weapon counts as +2. So that I would expect. But what's throwing me off is that like to start it's +5. That I don't quite understand. But I can figure all that out offline, I suppose. And this is the Taurus demon, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so the strat, as I recall here, is to basically bait out. Is there no way to slide down these things? Oh yeah, okay, there we go. The strat, as I recall, is to bait them out, climb up the ladder, and then you can hit them with a plunging attack. There you are. Man, I'm like not damaging this guy at all. Ow. Well, that wasn't smart. And the iframes and the timing, really different. Oh man, I'm getting wrecked. Ah. Get wrecked, scrub. Wrong roll and you were dead. This is why Dark Souls 1 is the best. Yep. And I did wrong. I'm still not sure I understand like where the iframes are and what my timing is, and of course the attacks are. I don't remember them well enough to know when I'm supposed to roll. So. Oh man, this isn't good. I'm gonna see if I can just run to the Taurus demon. Oh, crossbow, sweet. This looks like I have to respawn the Taurus demon here each time. I was rolling into the demon, don't try that. Okay, and keep plummet. Okay, so sounds like I want to keep plunging him and maybe try using the gold pine bundles. Okay, so I got the... Oh, shoot, and I forgot. So when I rest at Firelink Shrine, I get 10 Estus, but since I came from the other bonfire, I only get 5. Okay, well, I'm going to have to plunge this guy then. I'm not going to be able to kill him with only 5, most likely. That's right, you have to, like, kindle the bonfires. I forgot about all this stuff. Oh. Oh yeah, wow, that kind of made a huge difference. Nice. Hey, thanks, Ducky, for the tip about the Gold Pine bundle. That made a huge difference. Holy crap. Hey, Doomsday, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. And Ducky, you know nothing about this game except for the cheesing strats. That's funny. Like, knowing what I know about myself and how I... Wasn't there an item up here? Knowing what I know about myself and how I likely played this game previously, I probably had, like, the bonfires all kindled to, like, 10, or I know later you can, like, over-kindle them to, like, 20. But I don't want to go out there. But I played so safe. Like, I never, ever was in, like, human form. Oh, shoot, I said the wrong thing. Oh, that's a lesson to not just keep spamming X through the dialogue. Sweet. Jolly cooperation. So like when I played Dark Souls 3 the first time, I summoned a lot of help for a lot of the bosses. And it wasn't until later that I started taking them on my own. But with Dark Souls 1, it was actually the opposite because I played it long after its popularity had kind of waned. And as a consequence, there weren't that many people available to even help me. And so I had to learn to fight everybody on my own. But actually, I think, you know what? If anyone is interested in helping me on PC fighting the Gargoyle, is it the Gargoyle demons or whatever, the two gargoyles on top of the building, let me know in chat. And if so, we can set a password and I'll summon you in. I'm trying to remember where I want to go. I think I need a key there. Yep. I don't want to run across here because the dragon. So I think I have to go this way. Nope, that's where I just came from. That is not helpful. Disasters are gone after the defeat of the Gravelord servant? What the hell does that mean? Disasters are gone after the... I have never seen that before. What the... Does anyone know what that means? I need to run and go back. Okay. Is that far enough? Oh, yep, that was far enough. Okay, and then I think I have to like go to the midway point, right? And then I can drop down. It's through here, right? Yep, okay, sweet. Sweet. Okay. So let's level up. Probably want to level resistance, right? I'm just kidding. Even I know not to do that. Oh, hey, it's Doomsday. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Do I want to do that? Sure. Why not? So the disasters are that Grave Lord Covenant. I thought that was a New Game Plus thing, though. I don't know why I would be seeing that. Come on, dude, I'm not fighting you out on that ledge. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? So I could choose the dragon's tail for the sword, but I don't think I really want to do that. Like, I don't think I need the Drake sword. What? Oh man, that's right. And poison in this game like absolutely destroys your health. Oh man, there's nothing I can do about that either. Great. Oh, that's right. I have to get the moss clumps from the hag in the corridor. Oh, this is bad. Man, this poison is going to absolutely destroy all my Estus. Yeah, I got to go back. This is so stupid. I can't believe I have to go back because of poison. Alright, I'm thinking maybe... Oh, that's right. I have to reverse hollowing. Okay. So I don't think I want to reverse hollowing yet because I have so little in the way of humanity. If I do, I'll probably get invaded almost instantly and then get greased. So I think I'm going to hold off on that. Man, I'm sucking at this. There we go. Alright, so... I think I want to equip some fire bombs. I gotta figure out a way to keep these guys from poisoning me. Well, that'll work. Actually, how much humanity do I even have? Let's see here. I got a lot of soul packs too. I should use those. Actually, I have 7 humanity. I didn't realize I had that much. All right, I think next time I go to the bonfire, I think I'm gonna kindle the bonfire and obviously take human form, and then probably have my first invasion. So now the other Black Knight is up this way, I believe. So I'm gonna leave him alone for the time being too. And as I recall, I don't think I can upgrade any of these weapons yet, right? I gotta get to the blacksmith before I can upgrade my weapons. You suggest destroying it with a broken straight sword, Lexio? Yeah, I'm not nearly as good as you are, so I think I'm gonna stick with the non-broken straight swords for now. Nah. No Estus for you. Oh man, those arrows are destroying me. Shit. Jesus. Oh no. The problem, so the arrows weren't really generating any hit stun, which is cool actually. That's nice that it doesn't do that. But because I wasn't doing any hit stun, I wasn't picking up on the fact that I was taking so much damage from the arrows. I feel a little stupid. And I had that pig so close to dead, too. No. It looks like 2 swipes is enough to completely build up my poison meter. Ah, shit, and there it is. Oh man, I really need to get some purple moss. Alright, so I'm probably gonna die here anyway. I'm gonna go try and pick up my blood stain. And then I think I'm gonna kindle that bonfire. Oh! Holy shit. Was that like a counter hit? Wow. Alright, so... And it's 7 humanity. I really don't want to have to use 2 of them. But I feel like I need the Estus here. I think you can get invaded while you're resting at the bonfire here, right? Actually, I need to check out my roll speed here too. So my equip is at 20 out of 50. I seem to remember reading that there were a bunch of breakpoints. Hey, old rabid one, if you guys want to come at me, you feel free. If you're looking for a challenge, though, you probably want to go somewhere else. I am probably not going to be a very tough fight at this point. So 20 out of 50, that's just over 40%. Alright, let's try this for a little bit. Even like the way he walks though looks like the fat roll from DS3, and so it really throws me off. Like everything about him is screaming fat roll. But anyway, I was reading, I think online there's like 7 or 8 different breakpoints for roll speeds and iframes and whatnot, so that's something I'm gonna have to get familiar with. Oh, that messed up. Oh, that was evil. Well, I'm glad I got all this extra Estus so I could blow through it here trying to parry these guys. Oh, shoot. Okay. There we go. And if I recall correctly, the humanity, so if I have more soft humanity in my upper left-hand corner, that increases my drop rate. So if I wanted to come down here and farm for humanity, having more on me increases my like kind of luck stat, I think. So the other interesting thing is I understand that like if you summon people, that does not actually make it more probable that you'll get invaded, which is sort of curious. I really do wish that they had added the guard break riposte. Because as I understand it right now, like there is almost no incentive to not turtle up, especially with dead angling being taken out of the game. That's an odd change to make. Of all the things that are kind of broken in this game, you'd think that would be one that they would keep in. Well, that wasn't smart, now was it? God, and getting up in this game is so much slower. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Why am I not stabbing you in the back? This is awful. Finally. Jesus. Well, look at that. The Fang Boar Helm. So I forgot about those alluring skulls that you can use those against the pig. Totally forgot about those. Now, this has been some pretty rough going so far. Don't equip the boar helm, it's extremely heavy. What's going on, Di? Thanks for the suggestion. And Old Rabbit one, you think I'm already, because I'm already mid-rolling. Yeah, I'm trying to understand like where the various kind of breakpoints are. I remember there was a trap there of some kind. I've also noticed blocking doesn't seem to consume that much stamina. And the consequences for being guard broken are almost zero. Like there's no reason really, there's almost no reason to ever drop your guard. Early level, trying to wear the boar helm would likely need you to have no armor and also the removal of your shield and offhand item. Yeah, yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, Pep, the shield seems like it's like insanely powerful. And the few changes that they made to the gameplay seem to make it even more so. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the next bonfire. Because you got the knights here. This is going to be tricky. I think I might try to just kind of run past everyone and run into the church here. I think there's a knight to the left. But I don't think I have any other way around him right now. I think I have to go through him. Yippers. Crap. Wow, I can't believe that. Actually, true funny story. When I was playing through this game like a year and a half ago, it was like my second playthrough and screwing around with the PvP. Running through here, I ended up with 3 Baldur side swords. Okay, so I know there's obviously a lot of this that I haven't gotten to, but I think I'm going to try to race through here. Try to get to the other bonfire. And in retrospect, kindling the other bonfire was probably not such a smart play. I probably should have waited. Because this one ends up being like the central bonfire for a huge amount of exploration right now. And then I think later with Sen's Fortress, this is where you come from, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, aren't there just a ton of signs? Lexio, get the Ring of Fap here? Really? How do I do that? I thought you couldn't get that till like the top of Sen's Fortress or something. The favor of protection. And Pathfinder, I'd get instant respect for running around naked with just the boar helm. Either that or people would assume I'm a noob and that's the first piece of gear I got. Ooh, actually I want to level up. So what do you guys think? What should be like if I'm going for somewhere between level 60 and 90, what would be like my target vitality? And probably my next upgrades would be what? Endurance? probably, like, what's... Yeah, the returns to endurance don't seem all that good, but then again, they aren't all that great in vitality either. Alright. So kill Lautrec. But doesn't Lautrec do stuff for you? And can't you, like, invade him later in the game? Outside, like, Ornstein and Smo? Like, what are the consequences of killing Lautrec now? Are there any really to speak of? I always love the view of Sen's Fortress through here. Like, it's just so imposing. Like, the shadows here, and it's all dark because of the trees. Like, you can just tell the way they frame this here. They're making it very, very important. I don't have any Titanite shards. Well, I'm always so afraid of accidentally swinging and attacking this guy. That's right, I can just buy shards from him. Alright, so I gotta go clear out the church now before I can fight the gargoyles. You don't get Anastasia's set, and she'll kindle Firelink to max after you get the Lord Vessel. And there's a lot more OP stuff you can get early. What build am I going for? So that's a good question, actually. I don't really have like a specific target build in mind. I probably should. I was thinking of potentially a hybrid build, either like strength and dex, then in combination with maybe faith. But you have Estus now, so faith and healing and miracles don't seem as necessary. And to be honest, I don't know a lot about the infusions. I don't know a lot about sort of miracles. So let me turn that question around and kind of ask you guys, like, what do you guys think? What would be a good build for somebody like me who's played a lot of Dark Souls 3, but not much in the way of Dark Souls 1? Like a good, and keeping in mind that I probably will try to use it for invasions, at least at some point in the near term. If you guys have thoughts, I'd love to hear those. Oh, stop. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Just kidding. I'm not sure if it's something with this controller, but I keep parrying multiple times even when I don't mean to. Yeah, there are a ton of signs. Like, that's crazy. Alright, so I'm trying to remember. So I know I can go in up over here into the church, but the problem is I got all the knights at the one end, and then there's the, like, that black knight or whatever he's called. Plus I got the mage up top. So I feel like I don't want to go in that way. I feel like I want to go in below. And to be totally honest, I am shocked that I have not been invaded yet at this point in the game. I'm really surprised. Actually, do I want this open? Sure. Oh, that's right. They've got that sword or that shield swinging. As I recall, that thing does a ton of stamina damage. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I am actually going to set a password. Somewhere. Oops. So I'm going to set a password, and actually I'm going to set the region matchmaking to global, because I know some of you guys obviously aren't in the States. And I'm going to set a password of Amish. What the hell? Okay, so I set the password to Amish. So if any of you guys want to drop your son... What the hell just happened? What did I just... I just screwed something up with my settings, and I have no idea what I just did. There it is. Okay, I reversed the x-axis. Oh my god, that was awful. I set the password to Amish, so if any of you guys want to drop your signs around here and engage in some jolly cooperation, I'll definitely pick up your summon sign. Obviously, if you want to try to invade me, feel free. I do not take offense at stream sniping. These guys with the buckler will parry you. That I recall for sure. I've been parried by these guys more times than I'd care to admit. The old rabbit one, no PC. Yeah, I know. No, 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 no. I was just kidding. Yeah, I think going back to what you were saying, Pep, like everything is so much more measured with this game. Like you just have to be a lot more careful and be more mindful of what you're doing, your button inputs. Like you can't start spamming. Ow. Oh, you came down here. I've never seen him actually come down here. That's weird. Convenient, though. That's awesome. I guess I need to roll a little earlier for that. Can I stab this guy in the back? God, this guy's a freaking tank. That's weird. It let me parry him, but it wouldn't let me take the riposte. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, another tie-night shard. Awesome. Okay, so I'm down to 2S. Actually, I should open up this shortcut. Oh, Dead angles and ghost strikes are gone. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. It's to me it's really odd that they would have taken dead angling out of the game, especially given how easy it is to parry as a general rule. The startup is so fast, and also given how powerful shields are. But I suppose if it was something that they never intended to have in the game in the first place, it makes sense to get rid of them. I think if I take this shortcut up halfway, then I think I can go and get the chest items. And I'm assuming I can't be invaded at Firelink Shrine. I do not remember how I'm supposed to do this part. Probably not like that. Morning Star, that's pretty sweet. That might actually be a weapon that I want to use. And wasn't there one other somewhere around here? One other chest? There it is. How do I have 11 Estus? God, there's so much about this game I don't know. It's funny, I can keep hearing the bell of awakening in the church going off like every 5-10 seconds. I remember when I played through this years ago, I mean, you might hear that once every hour or so. That's pretty cool. I like that feature. All right. So we got the knight, and then oh, you son of a bitch. I can't believe he just parried me. Run away. I assume that's like his parry stance. I see a summon sign. Okay, hang on. I'll get whoever that is. Lloyd Irving. All right, Lloyd, let's engage in some jolly cooperation and go and crush some people. And I seem to recall like there's a whole mess of these like standard hollows here that just come and bum rush you. Sweet. Now Lautrec's around here. But I still haven't decided whether I want to kill him or not. Alright, I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna murder you, Lautrec. What? Oh, can he not fight him? God, this guy's a freaking tank. It's gonna be like impossible for me to kill this guy. Oh my God, this guy is such a tank. This was such a bad idea. This was such a bad idea. And that's it. Oh man. Oh boy. I hope that means that he's not now going to be like permanently hostile toward me, or I'm gonna have a serious problem. Do I not have enough strength for this thing? Oops. This is 11 strength. It says I have enough, but the attack animation makes it like when I whiff. That's weird. Some weapons have a whiff animation. That's really interesting. Oh, and he is going to be permanently aggressive towards me, so now I got to go get a pardon. Okay, all right, thank you. This guy's guard is like impossible to break. Oh my God, the damage. A whiff animation. That's really interesting. That really kind of changes your approach, at least it should. I like that though. I like the idea of whiffs being left more open for punishing. Like that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, so the whiff punishing idea I think is pretty interesting. So now will Lautrec still be up here, or is he going to be off to whatever? Infinite stability buckler, yeah. I'm used to the DS3 buckler that has like no stability. Which in fairness, like that's the way it should be, right? Like that weapon should not have that much stability. So before I break down and summon people, I think I'm at least going to try this boss solo. We'll see how this goes. With 5 Estus, I don't like my chances here very much. Oh, didn't want to jump. And I thought I spaced that. Oh man, the roll timing is so tight. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, this is so bad. No, 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 no. I think I'm pretty well boned at this point. Yeah. Man, everything is just so much slower and more deliberate. Like, I feel like I'm moving around with my feet in quicksand. That's really difficult. And Pepper, you said if I have a gamepad, you recommend rebinding jump to one of the stick presses. Yeah, that's probably a good tip. I should probably do that. If only I knew how matchmaking works in DS1, I would invade you. What's going on, man? Good first attempt. Well, thanks. It didn't feel like it. So, you guys, actually, give me about 30 seconds here. I'm gonna run and grab something to drink. Okay, I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It was a little bit longer than I'd planned. All right, so I think my strategy. Can you kindle these beyond 10? Can you kindle these bonfires beyond 10 Estus at this point in the game, or do you have to wait till later before you can do that? Cut the tail and kill him with his own bloody tail. Well, actually, the funny thing is, because of what you guys were saying earlier, I've been reluctant to try to cut off his tail. Like, I'm fearful that it's going to change my weapon matchmaking. I'm also wondering if I would be better off with strike damage against the gargoyles, because they got all that thick hide. I'm also starting to wonder if maybe I'm supposed to upgrade my weapon before I try to take on this boss fight. I'm going to try it a few more times. We'll see. Oh, running past these guys, probably not the best idea. Shit. Roll timing, please. Oh, I thought I spaced that. I thought I was so far away I didn't even bother rolling. Oh, and there's no fast travel. Oh man, I completely forgotten about that. Hey, Goof, man, what's up? Anybody who killed this boss got the tail. You need the matchmaking to get invaded and the sea summons further on. I'm fine, just don't upgrade. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw... I'm going to take a chance on this and throw caution to the wind. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the tail off. I think I'm also going to try... I'm going to switch my weapon to the Morning Star because I think that's probably going to do better damage. And probably what I really should do is go and upgrade these weapons. Because the damage right now is just so pitiful. The other thing is I could use the pine resin, but I don't want to use that until I feel like I've got a really good chance at killing them. Because I don't want to waste it. Come on, dude. Oh no. Alright, let's switch over here. Alright, so I'm going to try and cut off the tail. And hopefully live. Oh man, come on, that was awful. Yeah, the damage definitely seems to be a bit better. What was that? Sweet. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Shield is your friend against the gargoyles. Yeah, the other thing is I'm just so unaccustomed to playing with a shield. I'm not good at it at all. I mean, there's an argument that I should probably try to get good with one of them in this game. Looks like he's got like blue lipstick on. Do I have to cut off his tail again? No, I've still got it. Okay, cool. Oh, shoot. No, no. Oh, come on, man. Oh, that is so tough to avoid both of them at the same time. You've been memeing around with the Drake sword, but because that's kind of like the sword of noobs or something. Is that like the oh god, what was the set from Dark Souls 3 that everyone used to have? The one you get in Crucifixion Woods. Am I intentionally trying to do things the hard way? No, actually I'm not. So, um, what am I doing that's making things hard? I mean, I could go upgrade this weapon. That's one thing I could go do. I could go get the Drake sword, but I think I need. I don't remember what the requirements are on that, but I've got a bunch of soul packets I haven't used, so I could probably get a couple levels in strength or dex if I needed to wield it. Now, my recollection is that the Drake sword early on is pretty powerful, so maybe I should go grab the Drake sword. Or maybe I shouldn't even be fighting this guy right now. Maybe I should be doing something else. The Fallen Knight said, yeah, that's that's exactly what I was thinking of. The Fallen Knight is the Drake sword. All right, I'm gonna go try and get the Drake sword. I'm trying to think where I want to go to do that. Where do... Man, I don't have a very good mental map of this game yet. Oh man, now I got all these guys after me at once. Great. Oh no, that was dumb. No. Alright, that didn't turn out too badly. Nice. Alright, so you need to fast roll if you're going to roll the attacks, upgrade a weapon and use it. Don't sweat using Titanite, it's cheap. Don't need the Drake Sword. Fast roll, use your shield, upgrade your regular weapon. Okay, alright, cool. So then I'm just going to go run and upgrade this thing real quick. And when you say fast roll, I assume that means I'm actually not fast rolling right now. So what sort of like encumbrance do I want then for like the fast roll that you're describing? Because right now I think, and I hate how it doesn't actually do the math for you, but looks like just like 32% ish, which seems pretty low to me. But if you're saying that I should be lower still, like what's the recommended target? Oh, don't drop. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to +4. If I have enough here, let's see if I have enough souls. I have buy the Titanite. Alright, now I'm gonna have to probably use the remaining soul items to get enough souls to actually be able to afford the upgrade, and I should be at +4. Alright, so this thing, the AR just went up by about 50%. And I don't want to rest at this bonfire because then if I die, when I die, I'll respawn from here, which I don't want. I want to respawn from Firelink Shrine. Oh, where'd you come from? I keep forgetting I can't roll while I'm running. Yeah, I really need to rebind that. So if I rebind the jump key, will I then be able to jump while I'm sorry, roll while I'm running? I hope so. Oh no, 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 no. Oh man. Alright, let's try it this time with full Estus. The damage output though is making a huge difference. That was a really good call out. Thanks, Lance. And I can upgrade my Estus with that Firekeeper Soul. Yep, and I completely forgot about that. I don't remember how to do that. And yeah, and Goof, this is PC, and I ended up doing the same thing. I originally pre-ordered it for PS4 before I played Dark Souls 3 on PC, but then once I started playing Dark Souls 3 on PC, I already had my pre-order for PS4, but then I picked this up on Steam a couple days ago for PC. I like the convenience of the platform because, quite honestly, I spend a lot of time in my office, and if I'm working or something and I've got a break, I can always jump on and play some video games. I have like a man cave that's set up with my PS4, but this is a great place for me to game as well. You would drop the shield, go two-handed, and buff with gold pine resin. Well, that's actually what I'm thinking about doing, but I don't want to do that because I only have, I think, like 2 gold pine resins left. And I don't want to do that until I've got a really good chance at killing him because I don't want to then, die and not have any more gold pine resin. But yeah, Rabid One, that's exactly what I'm thinking as well. Titanite shard, sweet. Yeah, I got 2 gold pine resin, so I don't know. No, 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 no. Oh, I'm fucked. No, no. Man, it's like impossible to get a safe place to breathe. Oh no, I can't believe I whiffed both of those. No, no. Oh man. That was so close. Alright, I feel like this time I got it. I think I'm going to go ahead and try buffing it this time. Alright, so this time I'll go ahead and buff. I think this time I'll get it. So this is it. And guys, I think I'm probably going to have to wind up the stream here in just a few minutes. So I'm hoping I can get through this. But I'm thinking even if I don't, I'm probably going to have to end the stream for tonight. So let's see. Oh, no, no, no. Oh my god, the gold pine resin makes this like a cakewalk. Sweet. Alright, now I gotta go up here and talk to Oswald and hopefully get forgiven of my sins. Thanks for the tips, guys. Going and upgrading and using the gold pine resin, those were definitely both clutch. And if I recall, it's the second Bell of Awakening that opens up Sen's Fortress. I remember this guy scared the shit out of me the first time. $8,500 souls. Ouch. I probably need to though. All right. Well, guys, I think that's probably going to end it for me for today. Thanks so much to everybody who showed up. I really appreciate it. I will probably stream the rest of this game at some point. We'll have to see. But again, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to show up and show your support. It's much appreciated. Take care, everybody. Again, thanks for stopping by.